And welcome to Two Old Farts in a Golf Cart. Today, he is Coach Tony, I am Coach Cox. This is the show that we answer the questions every week. What do two old farts talk about with playing around the golf? Well, Coach Tony, last week, both of us were at the BMW golf tournament. I had the opportunity, pretty much a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, to spend some time with Jason Scheff, the lead singer for Chicago for 31 years there. Man, what a nice guy he was, and I really enjoyed doing the interview with him and asking the questions about how he got into Chicago. If you did not see that interview, you can go to coxsportsbroadcasting.com on our website. We've got it up there, though. But just a nice man. Again, with Chicago for 31 years, had to leave the band for family reasons to help his wife take care of her parents who were in bad health, though. And he's got his own band now that he's kind of touring. Got a group of guys, I won't say a band, it's called Generation Radio, where he, along with Rascal Flatts, Jay off of that band, and then the drummer off Journey are touring a little bit, doing some of each of their band's musics along the way, though. But, you know, I had the opportunity to send him the video, and surprisingly on Facebook, he responded back to me and said, Dick, really enjoyed meeting you and really enjoyed our chat, though. So I think he's a class man and just really appreciate his time.
Right, yeah, I saw that interview there, Coach. You did a great job there. You did a lot of background study on that, and he felt very comfortable answering those questions. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I would spend some time over there, but of course not in the venue in which you were doing, but on Thursday over the Cliffs of Valley, I was a spotter on number 14 off in the woods, and I said, I doubt if I'll see any pro shots over here, but Coach, I did. There's about 2 or 3 shots, and I was able to find some balls there. And then on Friday, I was on the 16th green at the Cliffs, and I enjoyed doing that, seeing it from a different perspective, and that's where seeing those pros be able to get up and down and putt, for them to be able to make it to that next level, the PGA Tour. Those are two very valuable assets of the game, which they would need to do, be able to putt and be able to get it up and down.
Well, Coach Tony, our viewers have mentioned sometimes we get long-winded, and we may do a 20-minute show, and it's hard for them to sit down and watch a 20-minute show. So we're going to break our shows down into shorter mini shows, 5 to 7 minutes. So we'll tell you today that this show today is only going to be a 5 to 7 minute show. Now, we might tape some stuff. They'll be on the show maybe 2 days from now, though. But we're going to break it down because my attention span don't last for 20 minutes. How about yours?
It's according.
All righty. Well, let's get back to the game, and we'll have a few more short clips on this round for today. You're watching Two Old Farts in a Cart on Cox Sports Broadcasting. And welcome back to Two Old Farts in a Cart. Coach Tony, good par back there.
Hey, you had a good one too. Bet you towards the end, Coach.
I thought it was going to have a chance there, though. Here comes the car. Speaking of car, he's motioning us ahead. Go ahead. Thank you, sir. No, he's changed his mind. Okay, here we go. Back got run over. Coach Tony gonna get me killed today.
And going what
all right. Well, that's what she said. She waved us when we started to go, and then she started to go. So,
he who hesitates is lost.
He who hesitates, so that's my side of the cart that would have been T-boned then. Coach Tony ran into a mutual friend of ours, a Spartanburg Viking alumni, one of your former teammates at SMC, Richard Heatley.
Yeah, Heat.
Got to get a plug in for Richard up there in Boiling Springs, over near the district school office, I think on Paris Bridge Road. He's got the driving range.
Right.
Go by, hit some balls. I went by to hit some balls yesterday while my wife was getting her hair cut. I just got my hair cut, and you know how many balls I hit?
Zero.
Richard and I talked for an hour and a half instead of me hitting balls. But he told me a funny story about you. Told me when y'all were teammates at SMC, said you were always John Smoke's favorite. Said y'all were working on a...
That's right, man. Old Coble Kirby.
Said y'all were working on full court press. And said, Coach Tony, if you could believe this, Coach Tony kept getting beat on the press and did not hustle back. Said you'd gotten beat about 3 straight times for layups on the press, and Coach Smoke got a little smoked at you for not hustling. So he said, Tony, get up here and run these bleachers, and sent you to the bleachers to go run. And said after about 10 minutes and all, he comes back and said, well, have you learned your lesson now? Let's see what you can do now. Said, you got out there, you ain't played 3 plays, and darn if you ain't got beat 2 or 3 more times. So Coach Smoke, furious with you again, sent you to the bleachers. Coach Tony goes there and starts running for about another 10, 15 minutes. Coach Smoke comes back and says, Tony, have you learned your lesson now? Are you ready to do this? And you say, what?
I said, I'd rather run the bleachers there, Coach. Hey, I was hard-headed too, just like Coach Smoke was.
Oh, well, Coach Heatley had some interesting other comments, and we will get to some things too that we might even discuss, that your days of Clemson, when Coach Heatley used to come over, Richard used to come over and see you, visit you for concerts. We'll talk about that on our next segment.
All righty.
Well, Coach Tony, congratulations. That was a great birdie.
Man, hey, that's birdie, huh?
You got on this par 5 right here. Good job there, though.
Thank you, Coach. I played 4 perfect shots.
Well, I'll tell you what I think got you pumped up. We were talking when you played against all the Gamecock stars, all right? First of all, when we last talked to you, we talked about how you got Danny Traylor ticked off, where you were messing with him and getting into his head when you were playing with him. You went out of the game, but Traylor was still ticked off and ended up decking your replacement, I believe, getting thrown out of the gym, didn't he?
Yep, he did. And as he went out, he kind of just put his hand up and waved to the crowd there and walked on out.
And that was at the old Spartanburg High School.
Yeah, that's right. Old Spartanburg High School.
All right. You also, for all you Gamecock fans out there, and again, this was my heroes back there, you played against Tom Riker. You said Riker didn't like the Smokehouse where y'all played very much.
He did.
You played against Bobby Carver, Rick Idlett, Jimmy Powell, and all those guys. So you played against Frank McGuire's boys.
Hey, that's right. They were all his boys too. And I tell you what, every one of those were very well trained in the game of basketball, Coach.
You found out, and you were sharing me too, what was the secret to Frank McGuire recruiting all these guys from New York?
Well, he knew the old odds and ends. I don't believe I repeat some of that on air there, Coach. But, he knew how to recruit and get the kids down here.
He made their stay in Columbia very happy, and we'll leave it to your imagination on that one, though. So we'll be back to talk some more. Coach Tony, can you give me one of those letter words here about your experiences of SMC basketball?
SMC basketball, if I could say it in one word, Potosi. What a learning experience that was. Part of the overall camp experience, because, Coach, it was like a camp out there. I don't know if I ever told you or not, but during the holidays, we were not allowed to go home, and our home was versus the Smokehouse gym.